He stood on the precipice, the biting wind whipping at his face. His heart pounded against his ribs, a frantic drum in the silence of the rooftop. Behind him, an orange glow pulsed, growing with each passing second. There was no escape, no way down. He was trapped. Smoke began to billow over the edge of the rooftop, a dark and ominous cloud against the twilight sky. The smell of burning metal and concrete stung his nostrils, choking him with each breath. Fear, raw and primal, clawed at his throat. He had to move. He had to jump. The explosion ripped through the building behind him, a deafening roar that shook the very foundations of the city. A wave of heat slammed into him, throwing him forward. He stumbled, barely keeping his balance on the edge of the abyss. Debris rained down around him, chunks of concrete and steel that whistled past his ears. The air was thick with smoke and dust, obscuring the world below in a hazy shroud. The building groaned, a wounded beast, as flames licked at the sky. He had to jump now, or be consumed by the inferno. Time seemed to slow as he launched himself into the void. The wind screamed past his ears, a torrent of sound that drowned out all other thought. He felt weightless, suspended in the air, as the ground rushed towards him with alarming speed. He watched as the building continued to crumble behind him, a fiery tomb that he had narrowly escaped. The world tilted beneath him, a dizzying, sickening sensation that made his stomach churn. He closed his eyes, surrendering to the fall. For a moment, there was nothing but the feeling of utter freedom. He opened his eyes, his gaze drawn to the rapidly approaching ground. He twisted his body, trying to orient himself, searching desperately for something, anything, to break his fall. The streetlights blurred into streaks of white and yellow against the encroaching darkness. Fear, sharp and cold, shot through him. Was this the end? He closed his eyes again, bracing for the impact. The world held its breath.